right, so today we are speaking about juvenile life insurance policies. Hi, this is Pam Moss, estate planning attorney from lawmother.com. And today I'm speaking with Larry Nimbach. He is an agent with New York Life Insurance and a financial advisor with Eagle Strategies LLC, registered investment advisor. Welcome, Larry.
Thanks. It's good to be here, Pam. Thank you very much for having me today.
And Larry, can you start off and share your own story of not being able to get life insurance for yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So my daughter was born in 2000, and after she was born, I decided that, like a lot of parents, I needed life insurance. So I went through the whole underwriting process and was declined. So I was declined because I have a kidney disease. Now, I did not know I had that disease at the time. So since then, I've been receiving treatment, but unfortunately, I'm still unable to get a fully underwritten life insurance policy. So now a juvenile policy typically has very limited underwriting. So if I would have received a policy as a juvenile, then I would still have that policy today, assuming I continue to make monthly premiums. And so that's why I'm passionate about juvenile policies, because we can never really know what conditions or events could preclude someone from getting or from being approved for a policy. So it's a good idea to get it while younger and healthier.
I really love that, Larry, because your story really tells me the value of getting a policy for a child or for a juvenile. And I think there's this misconception that you're insuring your child's death, and that just seems kind of weird, but that's really not the purpose of juvenile life insurance policies. So can you kind of tell people who maybe aren't aware of juvenile life insurance policies what some of the key benefits are?
Yeah, correct. And that's not the main purpose. Eventually you can pass the ownership onto the child when you think it is appropriate. And so the life insurance policy on a child can really help provide a financial advantage by locking in that relatively low premium with greater benefits for having purchased it earlier. It can also help to preserve their insurability later in life. So, a whole life policy can offer that security and flexibility in long-term financial planning. It provides that safety net during that child's working years while building cash value that they then can access. And if they don't need to access that cash value, whether it's for college or anything else, then they can have those accumulated funds that they can use later in life, however they decide. So even to help supplement their retirement. And the good thing is, even if they do use some of that cash value for college or anything else, wedding, that remaining cash value in there continues to grow, and the policy will remain in effect as long as they continue to pay the premiums.
That's great. So when researching juvenile life insurance policies, what are some things that parents should think about?
Yeah, that's a great question. Anything that you're going to make an important long-term purchase, you're going to look at the same thing. So you want to look at the history and the strength of the company, as well as just the relationship between you, the client, and the company. So New York Life has been around for 175 years. And as an agent here in Colorado, I'm available to my clients directly. They all get my cell phone number and they call me directly if they have any questions whatsoever about their policy.
That's great. So really kind of thinking through both the company, that relationship, because life insurance is really something where having a trusted advisor makes a huge difference. And I know for me, working through and getting to know you and how you do things, it's such an added value to really work with a trusted professional instead of just looking at things online, because we all know we don't always get the best information online. So, one of the other misconceptions I often hear is people thinking that these types of policies are really just for multimillionaires or the uber wealthy. And is this something that is available to people of different types of budgets?
Yes, absolutely. And that is a big misconception as well. But yes, when I sit down with someone, we talk about their overall financial plan, and we really try to make these policies fit into their budget. So anyone with any income level could really at least benefit from hearing about this type of policy, because it will eventually be that foundation for the child's financial plan later in the future.
Well, thank you so much, Larry, for sharing this with me. I think for me, it's such a great tool. Even for my daughter, I have a 6-month-old, and knowing that I can get this policy now and that someday when she has kids of her own, she can take over the premiums and she won't be excluded down the road because of something that comes up, it really can create that safety net for her. And it can be such a good tool for our financial future. So thank you for sharing that. What is the best way for people to reach out to you, for them to get more information if they want to connect with you?
Yeah, thanks a lot. So the best way is either by phone or email. So my cell phone number is 720-808-7139. And my email address is just larry@mcgplanning.com. And the MCG is Momentum Capital Group. We have a website, it's mcgplanning.com. And then also on Facebook and LinkedIn. If you just look up my name, Larry Nimbach, you'll be able to find me on both those sites. And yeah, I really appreciate you talking to me today and asking these important questions.
And Larry, do you work with people only in Colorado, or do you work with people across the country? What type of people do you work with?
Yeah, I am licensed in other states. I'm licensed in Michigan and Florida and Nevada and Virginia, as well as Colorado. So the licensing process is fairly simple to get licensed throughout the country. So if you have someone in another state that wants to talk, I definitely would look into getting licensed in that state and have a conversation with them.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Larry.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.